championships, dynasties. We have one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sports Dynasty Podcast.
Are we going with it quick, huh?
Goddamn right.
You guys don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to us. We're on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartradio, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Radio, and YouTube. And we are on the Twitter at Podcast Dynasty.
Very interesting weekend for the NFL. We got a lot to get into. Plus, another list for you guys. You should call us Well Culture Part 2, but we're better than them. So, yeah.
Right, we should totally apply to them to the sports version. We should do that.
Or total sports TPS.
No, I'm not going to them.
Nah.
I refuse.
They're all right, but sometimes they get a little annoying.
They're the most biased thing I've ever seen on YouTube. F them. Anyway,
sorry about that.
I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get upset. I don't want to get upset. Today's a good day. I'm not trying to get upset today.
Great day today.
Right? All right, so let's get in with the games. There's not much, but then there is much to talk about at the same time. It was that kind of week.
Yeah.
Like, the playoff seeding, especially for the NFC, completely, switched. It was kind of insane. 4 teams in the NFC have 11 wins, which is ridiculously bonkers. So we'll get into those games, see how things will go, and then, let's just take it from there from our list. All right, so now rapid fire on games that don't matter. For example, Browns at Cardinals, when Cardinals obliterated the Browns because they don't know how to score.
Yeah, they pretty much gave up on Freddie Kitchens. The Browns are, even though they're technically still alive in the playoff picture, but they're just good as dead. It was bad play calling for me. And then it makes it worse, a waste of time for Nick Chubb, who's played very well and is a waste. Kenyon Drake, 4 touchdown rushes, absolutely annihilated them. Like, really was bad.
He belongs in that. They got to trade David Johnson.
Yeah, they do.
And I keep hearing reports that they actually might keep Freddie Kitchens. I don't even know. I just don't understand. Well, bad franchises do dumb shit, and there you go.
They are a bad franchise.
Ridiculous. And another one that doesn't matter but is hilarious to me is Jaguars at Raiders to see Minshew Magic.
First of all,
the final game in their freaking stadium.
First of all, it's so typical Raiders. First of all, I feel bad for the city of Oakland. They lost the Golden State Warriors early last year. They lost the Raiders, and they're pretty soon going to lose the Athletics. God damn.
They are?
Yeah, more likely they're going to lose them too.
They have no sports teams. All right, cool.
They told them that if you don't build a stadium for them, they were taking them out of there.
That's crazy.
So that's crazy. Yeah, but they had a 16-3 lead.
Something like that.
16-3 lead in this game and completely blew it because that's the Raider way. And Gardner Minshew said, "Fruit this, fuck this. We keep on losing, and we need to get it together." And then the Raiders completely completely booed the Raiders out of this town, literally.
What a great final freaking memory, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Tank Bowl. Dolphins at Giants. Eli Manning's possibly last game. I know last game of Giants in uniform. Yeah. But it could be last game, period.
First of all, only Eli Manning can play horrible and still pull up a win and get a standing ovation. Like 3 interceptions. First of all, those 2 interceptions he threw, I'm like, yo, what are you doing to Eli? And it was like, you know what it is? It's the Dolphins. The Dolphins didn't come to play. And he got the win and the standing ovation. But Pat Shermer's still getting fired, though. So, yeah.
Dude, if there was a game to really, completely solidify what Eli Manning's career was, that was it.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. Hilarious, but whatever. Another one, Buccaneers at Lions. Jameis just put the beats on them after he threw a stupid pick.
First of all, it said that Jameis Winston is the first player to throw for 450 yards in consecutive games. But hey, they're 7-7. Shit,
if only someone threw half the picks he threw,
maybe
they'll have 9 wins or 10.
For real.
Maybe.
They're 7-7, even though for a loss, I wouldn't call it a lost season. I think it's more to see what Winston has left.
Or Bruce tease.
Probably. And Bruce Arians probably said, listen, when the last time you seen the Buccaneers at 7-8 wins at this time of the year? Usually
it's been a while.
Yeah, so Bruce Arians completely turned this culture around.
It's Bruce Arians.
But if they can stay healthy, who knows? Maybe next year. Watch out for them.
Yeah, I hope so. I actually really like to watch Jameis if he's still there. I franchise tag him immediately.
I would too.
Just give him one chance, but keep the pressure on him. Chiefs at Broncos. No, Broncos at Chiefs. I'm sorry, at Arrowhead.
It was a snow day here, and
yeah, it was.
My boy Drew Lock,
maybe he doesn't like snow.
Maybe he doesn't like snow. Maybe he played in Missouri, so why not? He played in Missouri, so he's from Arrowhead. He's from the area.
I don't know what to tell you.
He should know.
I just try to give you an excuse, and you just completely threw it out the window. I don't know what to tell you.
Listen, it was a bad game. The Chiefs probably feeling themselves for being New England, and they were like, well, here come the donkeys, and they beat the shit out of them. So
Yeah,
you know,
basically.
they
At least they had a great snowball fight before the game.
might as well. It's the Broncos. So.
I know, right? Seattle at Panthers, where Seattle was obliterating them, and then they almost threw the game away. But the game was never really close up until Seattle really fell asleep. But Chris Carson obliterated.
Speaking of Seattle, unfortunately, our good friend Josh Gordon is suspended yet again for
junkie. I'm sorry.
Still can't say that. Performance-enhancing drugs. Unfortunately, well, I hope he gets better, and just pray and hope he gets better.
But that dude ain't coming back. That's it.
Yeah, but as far as him coming back to the NFL, he's done. He's absolutely finished. Belichick couldn't fix you, or Pete Carroll couldn't fix you. Yeah, it's done. It's over. Clipped.
Word, right?
Next game.
All right, next game. Bears at Packers.
The Bears, first of all, the Bears are just
great last play.
Great, amazing. First of all, my thing is this: Bear fans should have known we are not beating Packers. You spend most of your lives losing to the Packers. Mm-hmm. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, I said that yesterday. I was like, if we've been due for an Packers beating on the Bears, which they didn't even do because they fell asleep after halftime. But we were due for a game like this.
And they were saying that you guys are so trash, you're not even gonna come back because Mitch Trubisky is trash, garbage. And and that 12-4 season last year, fluke. And you're gonna be sitting at home for the playoffs this year.
Yeah, you are.
Great job, guys.
Great way to answer from last year.
CM Punk would have been proud.
CM Punk, I'm dead. Eagles at Redskins. Nice slobber knocking battle, which I didn't think was actually
slobber knocking. The Eagles almost lost this game.
Exactly.
First of all, the Eagles
a good game.
Eagles are so trash. They're gonna get their ass whipped by Dallas only because you almost let the Redskins beat you.
Dwayne Haskins look decent too.
He's getting better each game. He's improving each game. I think they made the right decision drafting him, which is no brainer.
Sam McLaurin. He only caught 5 balls, but he caught 5 for 130. That's unacceptable, dude.
It is that
75 yards.
That Eagles secondary is horrendous.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
But they say, but Carson Wentz is clutch. Yeah, it's the Redskins. You almost lost the game, but
with no one to throw to.
This is the same team that we beat the Giants, we beat the Redskins, but gave up 37 points to the Dolphins. So fucking jerks. Anyway,
dog. All next. Right. How about Monday night's matchup? Colts at Saints, record-breaking night.
First of all, Drew Brees has a tendency of breaking records on Monday nights and completely annihilating the teams that do it.
Yes, every time.
The Colts was like, damn, they
had no shot.
Do we really have to do this today?
Right.
This is bad.
Jacoby didn't want to be there. I saw the first quarter and I stopped watching it. But the first quarter, Jacoby missed 6 throws. I'm like, yeah, this is that type of game, isn't it? And then Brees just went clack, 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 clack. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just going to stop watching. I'll stop wasting my time.
Yeah, so the Saints are still the 3rd seed now. They're still the 3rd seed, technically.
Yeah, the 3rd seed, yeah.
Which is crazy because that's going to be interesting. How?
Yeah. I will say this, though. It's interesting how they're 3rd seed, but they beat the 1st seed. But you love how tiebreakers work?
Yeah. Saints
beat Seattle. Seattle's 1st seed. Saints beat them, though. And they have the same record. How the hell Saints are down there? Don't know. They did lose San Francisco, who's in the same thing. That's why this is all kind of crummy. But San Francisco beat Green Bay. But since them and Seattle are in the same division, they can't be past 5 seed because Seattle beat them. The NFL's crazy.
Yeah, great year for them.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say about Drew Brees. Congrats. Lord have mercy, 540 touchdowns. I don't understand how you throw that much.
And he did it in less time.
He really did it really quickly. However, Saints fans, about saying GOAT, you need to calm down. Just saying. You only have 1 ring and it's 10 years late. It's kind of rusted. Just saying. So you need to calm down with that.
If it wasn't for Marcus Williams or the the referee screwing you guys, y'all would have had at least 2 Super Bowls, maybe, perhaps.
Y'all would have made a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah.
We don't know about winning.
I never said they were going to win.
Yeah, but okay. Next game, Sunday nights, Bills at Steelers. Quack got shot.
This game,
3 interceptions the dude threw.
4. It was 4 interceptions.
It was 4 interceptions. I fell asleep.
It was 4 interceptions, including 2 in the end zone. The final play, I'm thinking, all right, cool. They been sending this game to overtime. Quack threw a duck, literally.
Yes.
In the end zone and got picked off. And it's like listen, the Bills did what we thought we were gonna do. Like I said, run the football and not make too many mistakes, which the Steelers are not. They're not a good football team. Now, chances are they're still in the playoff picture because everybody's lost. Everybody lost, so they kind of stayed where they was at. So they have the Jets next week, so there could be let's get them out of there and wrap it up though. So the Bills clinched a playoff spot. They have New England on Saturday for the AFC East division, technically up for grabs.
It's gonna be interesting. All right, 3 games left. Let's go with a hilariously and unexpected turn of events. Atlanta at San Francisco. They actually freaking lost. I knew they were going to play flat because, again, they went through a gauntlet last month, but they gave this game away. It kind of sucks. Kind of hilarious, though. I watched the whole ending. It was great.
It feels crazy that Atlanta, who have been trash all year, they have wins against the Saints and they have wins against the 49ers.
Which is completely stupid because now you're just losing draft stock. Why are you winning? Why? If you lost all those games earlier, what the hell is the point of winning now?
I guess to be respectful. They have something
respectful, so you could pick 13th instead of 5th?
Listen.
Like, what the fuck? It makes no sense.
The Falcons are just weird. The Falcons are just a weird team. And
it's retarded.
It is. It's terrible. And also, I guess they still believe in Matt Ryan or something. They need a lot of change. That defense is terrible, too. But
yeah, they are.
They need to do something about that. Like, listen, Chase. Oh, yeah, and for the Giants, too. The Giants beat the Dolphins, but you're not even guaranteed the number 2 spot now. So it's like, that was dumb.
Telling team's stupid. The only one that's good is Cincy. They got Joe Burrow in the bag now.
They literally have the number 1 seat, the number 1 pick literally locked up. I think,
that's what I'm saying.
And if they lose Sunday, they got it locked up. But technically right there. So that's dumb. But
They're dumb, but it is what it is. The San Francisco just late nag. It happens. It is what it is. Whatever. But George Kittle had the play of the game when he chokeslammed the dude in the end zone for a block. It was great. It was hilarious. All right, now the last 2 games. Rams at Cowboys. The Cowboys have life. They completely eviscerated the Rams. So I knew that was going to happen to the Rams, that they were going to want to choke you somewhere. I just didn't think it was going to happen this week. It was going to be the last 2. But I knew they weren't making the playoffs. I didn't believe in that crap.
You gave your so-called fans life. I mean, I don't know who's the Rams. I know one Rams fan personally, really one, who was there since St. Louis, because they live there and they followed them to L.A. It's literally one person I know who did that. Other than that, the Rams, you got people thinking, oh, here come the Rams are back. The Rams are back. No, they're not back.
Nope.
And then the things that the Cowboys, and then the Cowboy fans were talking so much shit after losing 3 in a row. Oh, we beat the Rams. We beat the NFC, defending NFC champions. Oh yeah, we the boys.
So there's like 5 other people.
Yeah, we the boys. 6 people. Those 6 times.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, we the boys. We're going to win the NFC East and then get bounced in the first round.
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen. Because this is ridiculous.
And the worst part of this entire thing, you might keep Jason Garrett now.
Oh, yeah?
Enjoy. Stupid bastard.
For another 3 years.
All right, and final game, Texans at Titans. Round 1.
I was actually shocked that I was hoping the Titans would win.
Me too, but no.
But in a way, I'm kind of not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. No.
Because they're gonna meet each other again.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, I think the Titans are gonna win that game over there.
They have to,
or else they'll be in a certain list.
Yeah, because it's almost to the point where I don't even know if they can get nabbed that 6 seed anymore. They might have to win this division now. I'm not sure.
Well, if Pittsburgh,
they're a game behind.
Well, if Pittsburgh beats the Jets, then they have to get the 6th seed. Had they won the Houston Texans game, I think the Texans have the tiebreaker against the Steelers, so they would have been in the 6th seed anyway. So the Titans technically needed that game to at least keep themselves afloat.
That's what I'm saying.
Houston didn't really need it because they got the number 6 seed anyway. But now they have to win.
Yeah, so, now the playoffs for them starts now. It actually started last week, but it really starts now. You cannot lose anymore. But they got round 2 in week 17. There's a lot of these type of games in week 17. Yeah. This might be the most exciting week 17 in God knows how long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And then the last game we didn't go through, but we're going through next episode, Patriots and Bengals. Bengals suck. And the Patriots slept for a half, and then they went, and the defense destroyed them. That's what happened. Yeah. Who cares? Joe Mixon looked good, though.
He did look really great. That was it. And by the way, who's the guy? Tyler Boyd.
when he got locked up, and
yeah,
then said that
he won most of the matchups.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Sure, little brother. Whatever.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You're talking to the defensive player of the year.
Yes. Apparently, Pro Football Focus swears it's still Aaron Donald, which boggles my motherfucking mind. I don't get it. But whatever. Dude leads the league in picks. He outscored his freaking his target. He caught a touchdown and 40 more yards than he did. He's not defensive player of the year. I don't understand how anyone at this point could say he's not defensive player of the year.
I don't know how Aaron Donald's defensive player of the year.
Me neither.
I don't know how he is.
Me neither. We forgot about him for 10 weeks.
Stephon Gilmore literally is the Patriots. Well, I mean him and J.C. Jackson are fucking the best quarterback tandem I've ever seen. Well, not I've ever seen, but of the year. But this is great. But come on, Stephon Gilmore, this is no brainer.
You put someone on him, they're finished. They're done. You're not going to see them. DeAndre Hopkins had a little bit of something, but he only got targeted 5 or 6 times. No, 5 times I think during Stephon Gilmore. That is ridiculously low for a guy who's arguably the best receiver.
I'll take that. I'll take those numbers.
I'm saying that's crazy. Come on, that was straight 1-on-1. Like, come on, dude. That's defense player of the year.
And took Tyreek Hill out of the game. For the most part.
Like, he took out Sammy Watkins' bum ass.
I mean, that doesn't count. Like,
that's what he took out. He took him out to the point where he tried to fight him. Remember that? When there was no flag. He tried to fight him. Yeah. He took out Zach Ertz whenever he was on him. He took out Amari Cooper. Literally did not exist in that game.
And Zach Ertz, he's like, oh, Zach Ertz was a bitch. He said, oh, but he wasn't even guarding me. I'm like, when he was guarding you, he shut you down.
On money downs, what happened? Yeah, punt the ball, right? There you go. So there you go. So like he's defensive player of the year.
This is probably one of the best investments Belichick has done for a defensive player. One of the best. This is one of the best.
Yeah, he actually paid the guy.
He paid him really handsomely, and it's getting worth
and
money.
He's the best player in the team now. So come on. So that's ridiculous. All right, so let's start with our list for today.
Yes.
Today's list is going to be the top coaches of the decade, which you think will be very easy, because I thought it was.
It's not.
No, it's not that easy. On part because there's so many coaches that come and go. This decade's like, hold up. Once you get past like 5, it's like, oh, wait. This coach did this, but this coach did that. Then as you start like messing up a little bit, it's like, hold up. And then you forget people.
This is basically a list between numbers 10 through 2 because everybody listening should already know.
Right now, no one's Belichick. Like
Belichick's number 1,
and it's not close.
It's not. If you think about it, the research we did, I'm like, yo, it's not even close.
It's not close.
It's not. Like, it's ridiculous. So spoiler alert, Belichick for both our lists is number 1. Who was gonna argue that?
It's not
even close.
I forgot somebody.
Oh, you did.
How? Oh my God. Guys, we'll be right back. And we're back. Yeah, what I did was stupid. I'll explain it when I finish my list.
Yeah, very dumb. I couldn't believe you did that.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm going to start now. I have 2 honorable mentions now. I had 1, and then, I screwed up. This is hard, okay? This is not easy. It's hard because you forget people. That's why. Even the ones who are no-brainers, like the one I messed up. All right, so my 2 honorable mentions for this list are going to be Ron Rivera and Jason Garrett. Now, Ron Rivera is a Super Bowl appearing coach, true, but his numbers aren't very good. He didn't win a lot. However, what I always gave him benefit of the doubt is because he had Cam Newton as quarterback, and anyone who knows anything about football, Cam Newton isn't shit. Never really was. He had like 2 good seasons. Just the one season he had that was really good, they went to Super Bowl. But he's pretty underwhelming. And, since he wound up dying out a lot at the end, then, that's what happened with Cam Newton. His defense has always been top-notch, hence why he is in this list. He's always had top defenses. Especially when he got Kuechly in the mix, it was. But that's why he's here. Jason Garrett. Now, believe it or not, he actually has an above 500 win percentage.
Yes.
He always been a 500 coach. We make fun of him for that in the first half of his career as a coach. The 8-8 guy. Stephen A. Smith's famous for that, if you guys remember, back in the early 2010s. His wins are 84 and 66 losses. That's over half. And he's 2-6 in the playoffs. It's not good, but he's made it about 3 times. 2-6. Hey, he got 2 playoff wins. I really don't. Oh, Detroit and
Seattle.
And Seattle. Thank you. Last year, I forgot he had that last one. But yeah, But he's always been above the mix and always had some decent Dallas teams going on. So he's an honorable mention. Now, my list. This actually might be a chance that we'll have different lists this time.
We definitely will. Definitely already.
Finally.
I guarantee you don't have my number 10.
Well, my number 10, I've been flip-flopping people, and it's difficult. But my number 10 actually is Bruce Arians, who I love very, very much. He has 2 playoff appearances with Arizona twice, I believe.
No, he made the playoffs twice with Arizona and one with Indianapolis.
Yeah, the one that didn't count.
It didn't count because
Chuck Pagano took over.
He took over, yeah.
So it's still 2 because he didn't coach the game. But Arizona with a pretty bad loss because he had Ryan Lindley as his quarterback. That was pretty sad against Carolina in 2014. And in 2015 he beat bum ass Aaron Rodgers. It's great.
he had to get a second shot.
Of course I did. And then he got absolutely curb stomped by my honorable mention coach in the NFC Championship game 2015.
Correct.
He went 56-37, which is above 6
and 1.
And I keep forgetting the tie. Was still a 60%.
He's still really good.
Very, very, very good.
He's virtually improved every single team he's coached.
Yes, that's the magic with him. That's why I love him so much. Them Arizona teams weren't all that, especially offensively. Because at the time, the defense was actually good. Patrick Peterson was in his prime. But the offenses always were iffy up once until he got a rejuvenated Carson Palmer. And he's known for doing that to quarterbacks. As you can see with Jameis Winston now, he's finally looking like a quarterback again. I have my number 10. Number 9 is Mike Zimmer with the Minnesota Vikings, who, when he finally left that hellhole in Cincinnati in 2014, he has coached a pretty underwhelming offensive team in Minnesota Vikings, but their defenses for most of the years has been exquisite because that's what he was, defense coordinator. He's a big run-heavy guy, so he never had the quarterback outside of Teddy Bridgewater that one year when they choked against Seattle.
Yeah.
Billy Condiff? No, Billy Condiff. What the hell? Blair Walsh. There you go. Blair Walsh, their kicker.
Blair Walsh.
See, yeah, exactly. When they lost Seattle with a missed kick. When they were clearly better than them. But that was 2015.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember? Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Now, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, but he's always had winning seasons. He had Kirk Cousins right now. He won with Case Keenum. He beat the Saints, even though he probably shouldn't have. But he beat the Saints in the playoffs in 2017 with the miracle. Then he got curb stomped by Nick Foles. But that's Mike Zimmer is my number 9. Number 8, surprisingly enough, and there's a reason why I have him here, is actually Gary Kubiak, if anybody remembers him. Those Houston...
God damn it.
You have him?
Yes, I have him. I was like, he's not going to remember this guy.
Hell yeah, I think he's a Super Bowl winning coach.
Shit, okay.
But this is more for the Houston teams because he inherited John Fox's team with Peyton Manning and them. So those Houston teams were god-awful.
They were.
Especially defensively. Oh, my God. They were once the worst defense probably in history until the Cowboys and Saints decided to take that over. But those defenses were really bad. But he made Matt Schaub look like a real NFL star for like 2 or 3 years. That's amazing. Because God knows how he did that. I'll never know how he did that for those years. He even led the league in passing yards one year. I don't get how he did that. But he's 51 wins, 42 losses, which is a little above 500 percentage. And he has a decently inflated 5-2 playoff win and loss ratio because he won 3 games with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
For the Super Bowl run. So 72 playoff win percentage, 3 playoff appearances, 1 on Super Bowls, Super Bowl champion. 7th, Andy Reid, Mr. McDonald's. All right. There is a big reason why he's this quote-unquote low. I'm sure people have him in their top 5. But I'm going to go with the stuff that he's good at, which is regular season. He's 97-61, which is a 61% regular season percentage. But why he's this low is because the certain thing they do in January that matters called playoffs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Heimlich maneuver has to be administered to him multiple times.
Yes, very
because
much so.
He chokes
a lot.
A lot.
The biggest one is probably the one against Indianapolis in 2013 when they were up like 38-3 or some astronomical amount like that.
38-10.
Oh, that. And then just, I don't know what the hell happened. And Indy won. Don't get it.
That was his first year in Kansas City,
yeah,
by the way.
And that's probably one they should have regretted signing him up because Philly went through that the
Mind
decade
you,
before.
They were 9-0 in the season. Then they lost 5 of the last 7. And then the rest is history.
Yep. He also lost to Marcus Mariota in the playoffs, too. He has that in his resume.
Yeah.
They were beating the hell out of them. I think 21 like nothing or something like that.
21-3 at halftime.
Then Travis Kelce went down, and then the rest is history.
Marcus
Mariota went to New England, not Kansas City. That's why he's 7th, because those playoff collapses are astronomically bad.
Yes.
Like, he knows how to lose in the playoffs with style. All right, 6, Mike McCarthy. Biggest reason why he's above Andy Reid is because he actually has a Super Bowl ring. Even though that was only the first year of the decade. It was a very long time ago. It's rusted, but
he has a ring.
He has a ring.
Nevertheless.
So right then there. I believe everyone ahead of him has a Super Bowl ring this decade except one person. By the way.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, except one person because he won it the year before the decade started. He went 87-51 wins and losses, so that's a 55% regular season success rate. He went 9-6 in the playoffs, very inflated because a lot of those wins came from the playoffs in 2010 when he won the Super Bowl. Great run though. That actually was a really fun run to watch. I believe they went 4-0. I think they went 4. They went wild card team. Yeah, Chicago won the division that year.
Yeah, they were the number 6 seed.
Yeah. And I believe that was the last time a wild card team won.
That was the first 6 seed to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. 6 seed, yeah.
So he did that, but ever since then they've been very underwhelming. I won't poke fun at him right now. I'll do it another list. But he's 6 Super Bowls, man. Playoff wins matter. 5, I have Mike Tomlin, who I absolutely love, especially this year. Who, if he makes the playoffs, should win Coach of the Year. Should do it.
I agree.
You know what's funny? I forgot about Coach of the Years, but it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Oh, the best Coach of the Years. Oh, we should do
No,
that.
I'm talking about like in this list. I probably should have incorporated that because that's their MVPs.
I have some.
But I mean, I still like my list. I don't really give a rat's ass. Because I think Ron Rivera has Coach of the Year because 2015. But so what? Anyway,
Riverboat Ron.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. Anyway, Mike Tomlin's is 102-55-1. That's ridiculous. Kind of crazy. But he did win a lot in the regular season. However, he also has a lot of the playoff droughts that started after his little run in 2010 when he lost to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Yeah, he missed the playoffs a decent amount of times. He's made it 6 times in this decade, which is a decent amount. He's 0-1 the Super Bowls. He's 5-6 in the playoffs, and most of those wins came from that. He won about 2 games. He won a wild card team. Because I remember, because Baltimore won war. I believe they won the division that year.
They did win the division.
I think the year after.
Baltimore was a 6 seed that year. And they beat New England in the wild card round. And then I think they beat somebody else in the divisional round. Yeah, they were the wild card team in 2000.
They were a wild card team in 2010. They only lost the Jets that year. They beat somebody else up. I don't remember who it was. They beat somebody else up.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I don't remember 2010. F that year. All right, but my 4th is the guy that I somehow freaking forgot, which is for shame. It's Sean Payton. I don't understand how I forget Sean Payton.
I don't know how you forgot
But
Sean Payton
it happens.
either.
I forgot. But I remembered during the show, and I put him in. And number 4. Remember, he missed a year in 2012 because of Bounty Gate. That's why the wins and the win records don't really match up math-wise against the rest of the coaches. He went 91-51, though, in this decade so far. 5-4, 4-5, I believe, in the playoffs. He won the Super Bowl the year before the decade started, so the Super Bowl doesn't really,
factor in. Nope.
Doesn't factor in at all. He's made 1 NFC Championship game last year. Yeah, just 1. 5 playoff appearances, but he's 7-4 in the playoffs regardless somehow. No, I lied. That's the wrong guy. That's the next guy. He's 44. He's below 500. There you go. Wrong guy. I went to the next guy. It has a good playoff percentage. Okay, now, the reason why he's this high is because he also went through a decent amount of adversity. Remember, the Bounty Gate scandal destroyed this team financially. So they were never able to afford any free agents, couldn't get many draft stuff because there was a lot of draft picks too. They destroyed them when it came to team building, hence why there was such a big, ruckus why New Orleans hates Roger Goodell so much. But regardless, he was still able to get this amount of wins with Drew Brees. He had Drew Brees, that helps. Their offenses were always top-notch, but their defenses were always historically bad. So that's why he doesn't have that much playoff success or playoff appearances to begin with. It's a lot of adversity he went through. But, hey, he's still always in that mix, and the last 2 or 3 years, he finally got a well-rounded team together, and look what he's doing. So, that matters. And there's a chance he has a Coach of the Year run in him right now. I doubt he's going to win it, but he has one right now. Third, the guy who has the good playoff percentage is John Harbaugh with Baltimore Ravens. He has a Super Bowl win, and he is 7-4 in the playoffs. Those wins, I believe, he was in the wild card team, if I'm not mistaken. He played Indianapolis 2012. Yes. So he went 4-0 in the playoffs. That's 4 out of 7 in one run.
Yeah, right. Indianapolis, Patriots.
Indy, Denver, Patriots, and 49ers. 5 playoff appearances. He 96 and 62 overall. So that's a 60% win percentage, was very good. Now, he's kind of the opposite of Sean Payton in adversity, in that he didn't have any offensive people to go with. Ozzie Newsome didn't really do that good of a job when it came to offense. Joe Flacco decided to stop playing football after 2012. So that didn't really help his case at all. He never really had a top-notch receiver outside of Anquan Bolden. Taheep was ancient by the time, he was doing things. Because Taheep was really good. I remember Taheep. Ray Rice decided to beat the hell out of his wife in the elevator, and he got rid of his running back. So he had a running back to go with him. Yeah, he had pretty bad adversity offensively, but his defenses were most of the time top-notch.
Correct.
Hence why he was able to win a lot of the games that he won. With Terrell Suggs, the end of Ed Reed, the end of Ray Lewis. But yeah, C.J. Mosley take over. So he had some good defensive places and some defensive stuff. Mind you, he is a special teams coach before he became head coach. Remember that. But that's why he's here. Second is Pete Carroll. 2 Super Bowl appearances. That's more than like everyone else here outside of the number 1, which is obvious, which we said already. He's 157-1. I didn't forget that tie this time.
Yeah, got it.
63% win percentage. He's 9-6 in the playoffs. 7 playoff appearances. Sorry. Won Super Bowl 48, lost Super Bowl 49 because he choked. Him specifically.
Yes.
Yeah, he choked. Everybody's talking about Russell Wilson. The guy that called the play was Pete Carroll, offensive coordinator. Sorry. So yeah, he's
Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn is known for a lot for choking against the Patriots.
Man, his stuff. So yeah.
And obviously, number 1 is Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it's not. Do I even have to say anything about him? I don't think I do.
I will say.
Yeah, you do
I will do it.
It's Trevor's turn. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I have 3. I have 3 honorable mentions. Well, the 2 of them are technically dishonorable because they are not. Well, the honorable mention, obviously, is Mr. Bill O'Brien from Houston.
Okay.
He's made 3 appearances to the playoffs, 1 playoff win. But for the most part, they just couldn't get past. They can't get past the New England Patriots for some reason.
Who the hell did he beat? Oh, Oakland, right?
Yes.
He beat
Oakland with
I don't know what his name was. Some bum that wasn't Derek Carr.
match something.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It was some bum.
It was a trash guy. Yeah, it was not Derek Carr. Derek Carr broke his leg right before that.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien is my honorable mention. He had 3 appearances. At least won a playoff game. But they just can't beat the Patriots at all in the postseason when they meet them. Number 2, my honorable mention is Jason Garrett. Like he mentioned before, 84 and 66, 2 playoff wins and 3 playoff appearances, but they missed the playoffs 7 times, including 3 Week 17 collapses against the entire NFC East.
And he might miss it this year.
So, yeah. And then my third one, this honorable mention, is Marvin Lewis.
I'm mad you put him in this list, that piece of trash.
Only because he's made the playoffs 5 times.
And lost every
he
single
is
game.
The winningest coach in Bengals history.
Yeah, that's hard.
He was fired after the 2018 season.
Finally.
Missed the playoffs 4 times. But I put him as this honorable mention because he has one of the most undisciplined teams in NFL history. Particularly 2015. That was the best team he's ever coached. and lost because one of his players want to go rogue, a la Vontaze Burfict, want to go headhunting and literally cost them the football game.
And Pac-Man Jones didn't help to play after.
Yeah.
Another 50-yard penalty to set them up field goal range. That dumb idiot. Well, yeah. Good shit, Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin. Yeah, so that's the three right there. Number 10, Mr. Gary Kubiak. He coached the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. As mentioned before, he only is the Super Bowl champion because he inherited that Denver Broncos defense, which, yeah.
John Fox's team.
Yeah, John Fox's team. Five playoff wins, as Juan mentioned before, a Super Bowl win. And, before he retired, he won a Super Bowl before he retired.
And he almost died on live TV. Too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember. I just wanted to say that.
And then came back, and now he's the offensive coordinator for the Vikings. So it was good. Number 9, Bruce Arians with the Indianapolis Colts for half a season, the Arizona Cardinals, and currently with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 56-37-1 record, 2 playoff appearances.
I really do forget about ties.
1 playoff win with Arizona, including, completely revamping and reviving Mr. Carson Palmer's career. Got the best season he's ever had since Cincinnati.
Just before he ripped his knee.
Before he died, and not physically, but he just died. He led the Colts to the playoffs while Chuck Pagano was battling cancer, which is admirable. Should have won the Coach of the Year that year as well, but they have a tendency of not giving people stuff.
They don't do that.
Which is terrible. They should give it to him.
Who the hell even won the award that year? Do you remember?
In 2012?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter.
Research time.
Yeah. Well, until he reaches his dad, I'm going to keep on going. Now in Tampa Bay, he has completely given a new sense of life to Tampa Bay. Because last year, I don't remember the last time Tampa Bay won 7 or more games in the season. It's been a while. I think since the Lovie Smith days.
No, I think it happened once with Jameis. I think like 16 or 17. One of those 2 years, I think he did it.
So he's improved
them.
Believe it or not. He's improved them, and
it's forgettable. I know.
It's forgettable because it's what it is. But he's improved every team he's coached. So right on. That's number 9. Number 8 is Riverboat Ron Rivera. It's number 8 only because of the following. Yes, he
did win it.
Oh, Bruce Arians?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. Number 8.
Well, I should put him higher on my list. Oh, well.
Well, Ron Rivera was 76-63-1. He has 3 playoff wins.
He has 2 Coach of the Years, by the way.
I know, yeah, him in 20.
I forgot.
Yeah.
You see what happens when I do active research? My bad, guys. I really didn't research this well enough.
Like
he still sucks.
Anyway,
but he should have been in the list.
Ron Rivera has a Super Bowl appearance. He coached Cam Newton to a league MVP, including coaching the Carolina Panthers to a 7-8-1 record in 2010 to a playoff win against the Arizona Cardinals.
He also has 2 Coach of the Years.
Really? That's amazing.
He has Coach of the Years with 2 different teams. We should put him top 5. We bugged out.
Damn, we were bugged out. So that's why I put Ron Rivera in the top 10 because it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to coach a team that a really bad team. And also, the Carolina Panthers were the first team to win multiple division titles in a row. So that's number 8.
He should not have won it that year. It should have been Belichick because that Patriots team was god awful in 2013, and they won the same amount of games too. Sorry, again, continue. My bad.
Sorry about that. Number 7, Andy Reid with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs is number 7.
We're on the same spot.
97-61 record, 2 playoff wins, 6 appearances. He coached Patrick Mahomes to a league MVP in 2018 last year. But the fallback with him is that he just can't get it done the big game. He chokes. And that's the only downfall about it. I mean, you have 2 big playoff chokes in your career. At least it's been to the NFC Championship game last year, but messed that one up too.
D4.
Yeah, thank you, D4. Thank you very much.
D4.
That's number 7. Number 6 is Mike McCarthy.
We love D4.
9 playoff wins, a Super Bowl win. He missed the playoffs 1 time in that span. He coached Aaron Rodgers, Juan's best friend, to 2 league MVPs in 2011 and 2014. they were
Talk about choking.
really big on that 2010 success after Brett Favre had left, and he was fired last year, 12 games after in 2018, which was terrible. Number 5, Mike Tomlin.
We're gonna have the same list now, aren't we?
Well, I guess so.
Because right now the last 3 have been in order. We literally have the same people.
God damn it, Sean Payton. Obviously, he missed the 2012 season for Bounty Gate. 4 playoff wins in that span, but would have been a lot higher. But he is responsible for a lot of coaching gaffes in the playoffs. Like last year, 2018 against the Rams. Even though there was a terrible call.
Yeah, the refs didn't help him.
No. On Nickel Coleman, Robbie Coleman. What was his name? This guy's name.
You said it. You said it.
Yeah, whatever his fucking name is. But the way you managed the game, and especially in overtime, was absolutely terrible. So and then the year before that was the Minnesota Miracle, which in a way.
Oh, when your safety forgot how to tackle.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's not. Yeah, it falls on you too. You're the coach. That's it. So that's neither here nor there. So. He got a Super Bowl win, but it was before the decade. So Sean Payton is still a great coach. And even though after missing the 2012 season for Bounty Gate and having a couple 7-9 seasons to really, really beat Bill, Drew Brees is still playing the best in the world. He's broken many records in his offensive scheme. And great job. Number 3 is John Harbaugh.
Yup, literally the same thing. Yup.
Yeah, John Harbaugh.
The same thing.
6 playoff wins, a Super Bowl win. He had developed 2 quarterbacks into elite status. Well, I wouldn't want to say elite status because Joe Flacco is not elite. He made sure he got his money. He coached him.
Basically.
He put him in position to get his money, and then he fell apart, which is messed up because Joe Flacco really, really just didn't care after he won the Super Bowl and won the thing. But he's developed and completely changed his offense for Mr. Lamar Jackson, who is leading the MVP race this year. So that's great. That's it right there. Including including, even though getting rid of Billy Cundiff after him missing the kick against New England in the 2011 AFC Championship game, he has the greatest kicker ever lived in Justin Tucker. Number 2 is Pete Carroll. 100 wins, 57 losses, and 1 tie. 9 playoff wins, including bringing the worst record team to the playoffs, 7-9, winning the division 7-9.
He started
and with a win, he started the record like that, including 1 Super Bowl win against the Denver Broncos, completely destroying
the record-breaking
offense, and then completely choking. But unfortunately, he gets a bad rap for choking in Super Bowl 49 against the New England Patriots. Thank you for that, buddy.
He also went back-to-back Super Bowls. People don't do that. That's not Belichick.
Yeah, it's not Belichick. Yeah, that's true. Also, even though this happened long before, he's one of 2 coaches in NFL history to win a college national champion and a Super Bowl. Even though this happened last decade, but still pretty cool. And
The championship counts?
Huh?
The championship counts?
What? The one. Oh yeah. Technically, they took it away, but we watched it. We seen it. He's a national champion over there. I don't care if they took it away from him.
No, I thought they didn't.
I
thought they just played Reggie Bush. I didn't know which one.
They took away the whole school championship.
The whole year was erased from memory.
Yeah, but you can't erase memory because I seen it. So yeah. And then number 1, no surprise, is Mr. Bill Belichick. 124 wins, 16 playoff wins, 3 Super Bowl wins and 5 appearances, and coached Tom Brady to 2 league MVPs.
This dude doesn't even have 35 losses yet. Like, what the fuck is
ridiculous.
That?
It's absolutely ridiculous how amazing this guy is. You know what I'm saying? But he's the GOAT of coaching, and he's currently the second most winningest coach in history.
Yes, he is. In Bill we trust. He has a phrase. Well, we made the phrase for him, Patriot fans. But yeah.
But yeah.
In Bill we trust.
That's my list.
Yeah, I'm so mad that once we hit 7, that was it. The difference was gone. It was literally the same exact thing. We need to find a list, guys, that makes us debate for once, because we have yet to find that.
I thought we had it. Until he mentioned Gary Kubiak, I said, "Oh damn, forget it."
Yeah, damn it. Well, that's what happens when you got similar minds, right?
That shit's terrible. But other than that, Other than that, like, share, and subscribe. We are on iTunes. We are on YouTube. We are on Google Play Radio. We are on iHeartradio. And what else? What else we have there?
Stitcher, if you didn't say that already.
Yeah, Stitcher Radio.
Google, if you didn't say that already.
I said that too. Yeah.
Okay.
On Twitter, we are on at Podcast Dynasty. And yeah, that's basically it. Great show today.
It was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Long, but hey, whatever. Y'all be alright.
It'll be alright. Anyway,
this is for the train ride to work, you're going home, you know, all that. Y'all be alright.
And other than that, yeah, that's it. Peace.
Peace out. We love ya.